Welcome to BAM Adventures. So part 2 of our day 6, our visit to Cozumel Island. After the beach visit, we went to the Mayan Cacao Company, which is a Mayan chocolate company where it gives tours. They have some beautiful foliage there, some scarlet macaws, some really cool statues, and we had a good time.
So it's all brothers and sisters, all of them under 10 years old. This is a program of preservation. After 10 years, they started the liberation, but all depends on them and their GPS lecture. They liberate, and if they return constantly, it seems they're not ready yet, because they feel dependent on food in their hand. Once we identify the GPS and it goes forward and forward, it only returns once in every. Start with the photographers. This is a replica of how the Mayan people continue living nowadays in Yucatan State. Normally, we relate the ancient pyramids or temples as houses of the Mayans. That is not true to me. That's why we don't call it pyramids. Okay? You know what a pyramid is, right?
No plant. Vanilla.
Excellent. No more chocolate, Roberto. You don't deserve it. Are you having a good time, family?
Yeah!
More chocolate, Roberto. More chocolate. Now, mis amigos, you're going to spend a couple of minutes with Roberto. This guy is going to explain to you how do we mix ingredients, the history behind the flavor. And after the presentation, we're going to do a 15, maximum 20 minutes for you. So you have the chance to try the samples at the boutique, or why not? You can take a chocolate margarita, because we have a little bar here on the outside. Actually, friends, because Spotty and myself are on duty, we're gonna check the first margarita of the day. Just checking the ingredients, right? Quality control, right? Enjoy the presentation, amigos. We meet us in a moment.
I'm sorry, I was having a margarita. Somebody has to do it, part of my job. But I want to ask you something. Are you having a good time?
Yes.
Wow. Today, I'm not kidding. This is real. You are the best group of the day. Because the coconuts, I placed it on the metate. The metate is a grinding table, limestone. Mayan women used to have that to prepare food. So now let's practice on Mayan language. Can you repeat after me? Metate.
Metate.
One more time.
Metate.
Louder.
Metate.
You know why I do that, right? I simply love your accent. That's it. Amelia, remember, many years ago, Mayans didn't have any milk or sugar, but they got many plants, different condiments. From those plants, they add 3 important ingredients. The first one is the allspice. You know allspice, right? I mean, not the aftershave for the deodorant. I'm talking about the one that is good on Christmas, for a pumpkin pie, for an apple pie, a rum cake. In chocolate recipe is a natural enhancer of a frutal sensation. Then we have the cinnamon. I need 1 and 2 spoons. Then we have anato or achiote. And the question is, what is that? And I guess you feel familiar with the name paprika. The idea of this condiment is the red color. The red color means life, vitality, connection to the Mayan gods, to please them. But at the end, that condiment doesn't affect the flavor or the aroma, just the color. But well, that condiment, I like it a lot because it's my favorite in one of my traditional meals. And the food is tacos. Yes, it's good for tacos al pastor. Oh, delicious. But well, I continue mixing this little bit more, and after a few seconds, amigos, the powder is ready. The next step, hot water. I mix it, and I can show you this. The first original and pre-Hispanic chocolate. Something pure, bitter, energetic, organic, not easy to drink. For the Mayan civilization, we got it here, the food of the gods. I love my job. What can I say? Familia, every time I think about chocolate, I have a big smile on my face. And that's the way it is. Because every time you got something really good, that releases endorphins in your body. This is the reason why you're good, in a good mood. But well, let me tell you some history. Mayan warriors drink this chocolate, and why? So they have energy to be fighting for a day. If they get injured, they can take the same cocoa powder or the liquid chocolate to heal their wounds like an antiseptic. Mayan women used to have this like a body lotion, and the women that were pregnant, they put some of that on their bellies for no stretch marks. Everybody knows the commercial name, Cocoa Butter.
The Mayan Cacao Company, or the chocolate factory tour as I would call it, was pretty fun. The chocolate wasn't as great as we were maybe expecting, but the chocolate margaritas were really, really good. They had a fun selection of chocolates you could buy. And after that, we went to a tequila factory. Now, we only have a couple pictures and no video from there. I don't know what we could have been doing there that would have caused that, but needless to say, that was a fun time. We really enjoyed that stop, and it was a great way to end our tour of Cozumel. After the stop at the tequila factory, we were brought back to port from the bus, the charter bus that we were on. And we walked up our final port visit of our cruise, admiring the crystal blue waters. And we even saw some cool looking fish. I don't know if it was a barracuda or not. We kind of thought it was, but not sure. But it was fun. Just absolute beautiful scenery.
Is that barracuda?
That's my guess, but
And look at this
I
cool
don't
fish.
really know.
He's like
my
right
fish.
at the surface. Oh, look at all of
There's
them.
a whole
There's
school
a
of
whole
them.
school of them.
Ooh, barracuda.
Look at all
Yeah,
of them.
there's like 15 of them out there. Pretty much anything that looks like that to me is a barracuda, whether
That's incredible.
ooh, barracuda.
Barracuda. Cozumel is coming to an end. The sun is setting on the last port of our Western Caribbean on the Norwegian Breakaway. Boy, this water, I just can't even describe how insane this color is. I'm sure those of you who have been here before and seen it know, but my first time seeing it, it is stunning. Absolutely stunning. Have the Celebrity Reflection off in the distance there. It's a ship that Ashley and I would like to try one day. And as we scroll through the beautiful, beautiful waters of the Caribbean, we come to our sunset off in the distance, just peeking behind that cloud. Keep scrolling, and off there in the distance you can kind of see mainland Mexico. I don't know if you can see it on this video, but in person you can see it, which I guess would be Playa del Carmen. I think it's the closest off there. There goes the sun. Just heard the engine start up. We will see them soon, I'm sure. This aft-facing balcony is the way to sail, let me tell you. Don't know if we'll be able to do it every time. It is pretty pricey, but it's worth it. Because you just don't get this kind of view everywhere. We had a fun day in Cozumel today. We did the island tour with the bee sanctuary to taste some honey that does not taste anything like any honey we've ever had before. And they took us to Miramar Beach, I believe, something like that, on the far coast of Cozumel Island, where the waves were insane, as it's the side that has the open ocean.
Oh.
Then we went to the chocolate factory and finally ended with a little tequila tasting.
Oh, that's cute.
It was a nice fun day. Got to explore and learn about the island. For someone who's here for the first time, that was a good way to be introduced to it. So we just keep this on and see if we are able to see the sunset. If I scroll in a little bit further, you can see it off in the distance. That makes sense. There goes the sun. Our last look at it. It will sink down below the horizon any second here. It's amazing how it does that. Last little bits. And boom. The sun is below the horizon. The sun has set in Cozumel, Mexico. It is nighttime and it is time to hit the engines and head back into the Gulf. The waters do not look like this, but still pretty. We'll check back in later. Love you, Cozumel. We hope to be back soon. Final push away from port. This is cruise. Next time we come into a port, we will be disembarking. Last view of that watercolor, which is just indescribable.
It's actually maybe one of my favorites of that.
It's a good one. we have a show to get to, so we will end our sail away a little early tonight. So long, Cozumel. We shall see you again, I'm sure. On our last day at sea, the Norwegian Breakaway, the waves are angry. Getting a lot of rain, lightning. It's almost like, the ocean doesn't want Ashley and I to leave. I get it. I get it, Mother Nature. I'm with you on that. We somehow just didn't have to go back to our jobs, Pretty active weather right now. Not too bad, bumpy wise though. A little bit of movement, but not crazy. We'll look at them. Yeah. Approaching Mississippi River now, getting closer. You can tell that because we're starting to see oil rigs everywhere. There's 2, 3, 4, 5 oil rigs. Still pretty rough weather today. Not as bad as it was earlier, but still pretty choppy.
Not very good.
After a pretty rough day on the water, we finally went for our final specialty dining of the cruise. We had saved Cagneys for the end, and boy, were we glad we did. As you're about to see, it was one of our favorite moments of the whole trip. We are at, show us the menu. No, other way. There you go, Cagneys. We're at Cagneys. We have a nice window view, looking out at the oil rigs that we're passing by. Let's see, Cagneys.
Very
menu.
excited.
We are very excited. This has far and away been our most excited one that we're looking forward to, which is why we put it at the end of the cruise. Because
Our last night.
We wanted to do that. So we'll check back in with you when we got some good stuff on our plate.
Me?
Yeah. Tell me about that bread.
This is phenomenal. The best bread I've ever had in my whole life. Rosemary garlic bread. And it's so
butter.
good.
So we're just to the bread. We haven't even ordered our appetizers yet. And she's
Wow.
yeah.
Bring me back.
We're excited. All right, so here we have the crab cake from Cagneys. Looks delicious.
And then
Ashley over here has
very
shrimp.
large
Big
shrimp.
shrimp. Shrimp cocktail.
That's actually for Brian too, because I don't eat that.
Yeah, let's be honest here. I'm gonna eat at least 2/3 of those, if not.
You're gonna eat all of them.
And they look fantastic.
Huge.
I actually kind of want to start with those, but we'll check back in. Right now, we're off to a really good start.
I did take advantage of Ashley's offer to eat the shrimp, and as this picture shows, I was a little bit of a fan. They were absolutely some of the best shrimp I've ever had in my life. Very simple, but fantastic start. The crab cake was also really good.
Okay, we are into course number 2. Ashley got the wedge salad.
No onions, no blue cheese.
No onions, no blue cheese, and it looks
Amazing.
really, really good.
The ranch smells good, and if you're a ranch person, you know what that means, because it smells real good.
See that? I went for the lobster bisque, and it smells lobstery, which is goodness in my nose. Looks very good, so we'll see how that goes. The first course was amazing. The shrimp was awesome. I mean, the shrimp was a star, honestly. The crab cake was really good as well, but the shrimp
I was still just munching on bread.
the shrimp was really good. Yeah, the bread is hard to stop eating. It's so good. So wedge salad looks really good, and I'll see how the soup goes.
The second course continued to impress. Ashley was a huge fan of the wedge salad and really, really enjoyed her salad. I thought the lobster bisque was really good. I preferred the first courses over that, but it was still fantastic.
And the entrees have arrived. So tell us what you got.
Ribeye,
Got the ribeye cooked cow,
medium.
medium, with a little tomato there. I got the surf and turf. Because I wanted lobster because I was on the entire week with no lobster. Otherwise, I may have actually gone with the ribeye too, because that looks
And then we have lots of sides still coming.
really good. But yeah, we got lots of sides coming.
I'm already really full.
But it looks phenomenal, so here we go.
The main courses were absolutely fantastic. I got to try Ashley's ribeye. She was a huge fan. I thought it tasted great as well. My surf and turf was really, really good. The lobster was cooked perfect. The filet was cooked perfect. The sides that came later, I mean, every side that we got, something as simple as some sauteed mushrooms tasted fantastic. We then transitioned to the desserts, and I got the raspberry creme brulee. Now, I prefer just kind of regular creme brulee, honestly, but it was still really, really good. I hadn't gotten nearly enough creme brulee on this cruise, so I was happy about it. The star of the show was the butterscotch cheesecake that Ashley got. I had a bite of it, and boy, was it good. Cagneys was a huge highlight of our cruise. It was really, really a great way to end our final evening on the cruise ship. The next morning, we woke up early and saw this sight out of our back balcony. An absolutely beautiful way to bring our Norwegian Breakaway cruise to an end. We had such an amazing time on this cruise, and we sure do thank you guys for following along with us. If you enjoyed it, please give us a like and hit that subscribe button. We have some more videos coming your way, and hopefully we'll have a new cruise to show you soon enough. Thanks again, and we'll see you.